just happened. Oh, there it is. Damn COVID's got me again. Anyway, howdy, this is PaleRider, and welcome to my stream. I'm back with Mass Effects Legendary Edition. And where am I? You go to the journal. Okay, that one I need to get back to the embassy, or the tower thing. Citadel Tower. Yep. Okay, so that's the main quest. These bottom two are off the station, so I don't have to worry about those two. I need to go to talk to the consort lady. Tell her that that general is something. Oh, got the people to stop messing with her. The fan. That one, I guess, will come up sometime. I don't know when. And agreed to stop spreading rumors. Consort. I need to go talk to somebody about that. XL. Find. Oh, the Elcor dude, ambassador. I'm right next to there. Right here. No. That's one behind me. Yep, that's it.
Surprised welcome. You have returned, human. Genuine inquiry. What may I do for you this day?
This is not the one.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere farewell. Good day to you, human. Enjoy your time on
Oh, this guy.
Citadel.
I thought that was the ambassador. Huh.
Strange greeting, human. This is really not a good time.
I can help you.
I know who revealed your secret. It was a Turian named Septimus.
Unbelieving, I know this Septimus, and he could not learn my secrets. The only way he could learn them is from the Asari consort.
Here, there should be proof enough for you.
Confused. This is difficult to fathom. If the Turian could learn this on his own, dismayed, anyone can discover my secret.
Well, shit happens, dude. You'll be fine.
Septimus is a powerful man, and it wasn't easy for him to find.
Relieved. I suppose you are correct, human. Thank you for this information. Startled realization. I must speak with the consort. She will be most displeased with my actions. Anxious request. Please, human, if you will excuse me, I must go now.
I'm sure she'll forgive you. It was an honest mistake.
Doubtful. Perhaps you are right, human. I can only hope so. Thankful. That was a great thing you did, Commander. Approving. You see, then, not all humans are as you say.
I'm sure the Earth Clan stands to profit from this in some way. Ah, the Earth Clan again. What is it now?
I just want to squash your little bastard head into the ground. Is that okay with you? Blue Jay, what's up?
You seem to have a bit of a chip on your shoulder, Din.
Just got home from another 10-hour day.
humans are
Damn.
new to the Citadel, and yet the Council has granted you great favor.
Chastising rebuke, Din. Your species has always been granted many concessions.
You weren't busy, but you still had to work
Details.
10
we still
hours?
have no real say in the decision.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Yes, yes. Good day, Earth Clan.
Just a lot of little things keep happening or something. Well, I gotta go. Oh, wait. Gotta finish that first. Oh, I gotta go. Well, wait. Gotta finish this one, too. That happened to me a few times at work. Probably more than once because I get distracted so much. Okay, so the consort is over there, right? Oh, damn it. I keep doing that. Embassy Lounge. Consort chambers. Need to go across the bridge. Which is that way. Hey, they're just trying to give me the hours I missed. Hey, yeah, that might be it. So that you can get a better paycheck. That'd be actually nice of them to do that, because then you can get overtime even.
I went fairly often when it was still the Arcos.
Yeah, ever since Fist took over, I don't go anymore.
Seems like all the best lounges are being replaced by places like
I gotta talk to her.
Septimus has sent word. Apparently, he sought the consort's forgiveness.
I guess I need to go talk to her then.
I see even the humans find the consort irresistible.
Welcome. It is a pleasure to see. Please, relax and enjoy yourself.
The consort is a wonderful person. She has quite a gift.
Oh, she gifted you too? Woohoo! I want her to gift me now. How about a gift, lady?
Commander, I recently received a lovely note from Septimus. Thank you for speaking with him. Even the Alcor diplomat has withdrawn his campaign against me.
It was my honor to aid you.
You are too kind, Commander, but I would not expect you to help me out of the kindness of your heart. I also have one more thing to give you, if you are interested.
I'd be honored.
I offer a gift of words, an affirmation of who you are and who you will become. I see you. Your uniform fits as though you were born wearing it. You are a soldier through and through, proud, solitary, alone, but it gives you strength. That strength is what kept you alive when everyone around you was dying. You alone survived. You will continue to survive. This may be who you are, but it is not who you will become. It only forms the basis for your future greatness. Remember these words when doubt descends, Commander.
You have quite a gift, Shaira.
Thank you. Not everyone appreciates it as you do. Never underestimate the power of words. Here, Commander. In light of your efforts with the Alcor ambassador, I would like you to have this small trinket.
I want some more stuff.
What is it?
Teach me.
A small mystery. I have never learned its use or purpose, but I sense it is time for me to pass it on. And now I must ask you to leave. I have done everything I can for you.
Oh, man. You were going to teach
Remember
me that
my
scissor
words,
goodness.
Commander Shepard. They will give you strength.
What did she give me? I didn't even see. I
So
can't
long,
see on the
Commander.
playback.
I can offer you nothing more at this time.
so much empty space. 1,000 of my people could live here and hardly even see each other.
My first CSEC posting was here on the Presidium. Mostly for show, not much crime up here.
Okay.
Hello again. The consort is very pleased with everything that you have done for her.
Any chance I can move up on her client list? I did help her out.
Yeah, she is grateful for your assistance. However, you have already been rewarded for helping her. The client list is a separate matter, and her schedule is completely booked for the next several months.
Wow.
I think I'm done here.
Of course. Come back anytime.
Can I pick my gift, my payment? I don't even know what she gave me. None of this stuff. Like, maybe there's something under there. First aid. I already had that, didn't I? I don't know how to look and see what I already have. Nothing there. King Rat, what's up? Welcome back. I was just kind of walking around, leaning on tables all night, wondering why I was still there. Yeah. I don't see anything new in there. Squad? Nope. I don't get it. I don't know what I got from her. She said a little trinket. I don't have a slot for trinkets. Okay, what do I got to do next? Fan, I don't know where he is. I think it's time to go to the tower. I think that's over here. Is it? No. I don't really know. Emporium, bank, console. Let me see. Oh, it's over here. Right. Rewards. Where the heck am I going? Pretty sure it was over here somewhere. Oh, there it is. I just didn't go over far enough. Or did I? Just didn't see that. Oh, yeah, I didn't. Okay. So I just need to go all the way that way. I think the freaking dog wants in. Hold on a minute. Little dummy. Little dummy. kids are going to have fun tonight. They're everywhere up there. Just lurking. All right, I'm back. I don't have the time to leave. I just have to set time to go in. The boss tells everyone what time they can leave. When he feels you put in your hours. That's kind of weird, man. I think every job that I've ever had, I've had a set of hours, except one. This is when I was apartment manager. I kind of set my own hours, but I usually had to be there from 9 in the morning till 4 or 5 in the afternoon. I think my office hours were 9 to 4, but I had to do some other things besides that, so I ended up working more than 40 hours a week all the time anyway, because of dealing with the tenants, showing apartments on off hours.
This time, Saren's days as a spectre are done.
If the evidence is worth trying to
Damn, I can't hear it all.
I hope it is sufficient to motivate the council.
I'm dealing with all kinds of weird shit that would happen at night time, man. I would walk the property at night, couple 3 or 4 times a night. I don't know what's wrong with my sound. It's like they don't have the right options. The only thing that I have down lower than anything else is the volume, or the music volume. And the dialogue, depending on who I'm talking to, dialogue's sometimes low when it's like, I don't know when it's not in a cutscene. I think it's low. When it is in a cutscene, it's too loud. Need to look for that one dude again. The only other side quest that I got in this area is some dude, random guy that I was talking to.
No, I'm waiting to... Commander?
Nope, he's not around here. Hey!
No, I just want to ask a couple of questions.
What's your little retarded problem? Little retard. Is this that guy? No, this is the captain.
Come on. Udine is presenting the Quarian's evidence to the Council.
Eden Prime was a major victory. The beacon has brought us one step closer to finding the conduit.
And one step closer to the return of the Reapers.
You wanted proof? There it is.
This evidence is irrefutable, Ambassador. Saren will be stripped of his Spectre status, and all efforts will be made to bring him in to answer for his crimes.
I recognize the other voice, the one speaking with Saren. Matriarch Benezia.
Who the hell?
Who is she?
Matriarchs are powerful Asari who have entered the final stage of their lives. Revered for their wisdom and experience, they serve as guides and mentors to my people. Matriarch Benezia is a powerful biotic, and she had many followers. She will make a formidable ally for Saren.
I'm more interested in the Reapers. What do you know about them?
Only what was extracted from the Geth's memory core. The Reapers were an ancient race of machines that wiped out the Protheans. Then they vanished.
Huh.
The Geth believe the Reapers are gods, and Saren is the prophet for their return.
We think the conduit is the key to bringing them back. Saren's searching for it. That's why he attacked Eden Prime.
Do we even know what this conduit is?
Saren thinks it can bring back the Reapers. That's bad enough.
Listen to what you're saying. Saren wants to bring back the machines that wiped out all life in the galaxy? Impossible. It has to be. Where did the Reapers go? Why did they vanish? How come we found no trace of their existence? If they were real, we'd have found something.
I got an idea. Maybe they're those little frickin' bug dudes that are all over the place.
I tried to warn you about Saren and you refused to face the truth. Don't make the same mistake again.
This is different. You proved Saren betrayed the Council. We all agree he's using the Geth to search for the conduit, but we don't really know why.
The Reapers are obviously just a myth, Commander. A convenient lie to cover Saren's true purpose. A legend he is using to bend the Geth to his will.
"50,000 years ago, the Reapers wiped out all galactic civilization. If Saren finds the conduit, it will happen again.
Saren is a rogue agent on the run for his life. He no longer has the rights or resources of a Spectre. The Council has stripped him of his position.
That is not good enough. You know he's hiding somewhere in the Traverse. Send your fleet in!
A fleet cannot track down one man.
A Citadel fleet could secure the entire region. Keep the Geth from attacking any more of our colonies.
Or it could trigger a war with the Terminus systems. We won't be dragged into a galactic confrontation over a few dozen human colonies.
Wow.
I can take Saren down.
The Commander's right. There is a way to stop Saren that doesn't require fleets or armies.
No! It's too soon. Humanity is not ready for the responsibilities that come with joining the Spectres.
You don't have to send a fleet into the Traverse, and the Ambassador gets his human Spectre. Everybody's happy.
Sedate.
Commander Shepard, step forward.
Are they going to probe me? About time I had a good probe.
It is the decision of the Council that you be granted all the powers and privileges of the Special Tactics and Reconnaissance branch of the Citadel.
Spectres are not trained, but chosen. Individuals forged in the fire of service and battle. Those whose actions elevate them above the rank and file.
Spectres are an ideal, a symbol, the embodiment of courage, determination, and self-reliance. They are the right hand of the Council, instruments of our will.
Spectres bear a great burden. They are protectors of galactic peace, both our first and last line of defense. The safety of the galaxy is theirs to uphold.
They're like samurai.
You are the first human Spectre, Commander.
Space
This is a great
samurai.
accomplishment for you and your entire species.
I'm honored, Counselor.
We're sending you into the Traverse after Saren. He's a fugitive from justice, so you
Well,
are
that is one
authorized to use
ugly-looking
any means
dude, ain't he?
necessary to apprehend or eliminate him.
Any idea where to find him?
We will forward any relevant files to Ambassador Udina.
This meeting of the Council is adjourned.
Consider yourself probed.
Congratulations, Commander.
We've got a lot of work to do, Shepard. You're going to need a ship, a crew, supplies.
You'll get access to special equipment and training now. You should go down to the CSEC Academy and speak to the Spectre Requisitions Officer.
Anderson, come with me. I'll need your help to set all this up.
What the hell did that say? Something popped up in the bottom. I wasn't paying attention.
I thought the ambassador would be a little more grateful. He didn't even thank you.
He's a dick, that's why.
Until I find Saren, I haven't done anything. Come on.
Right behind you, Shepard.
Spectre bonus. Spectre training talent unlocked. Oh, cool.
300 years ago, the Geth drove my people into exile. We asked the Council to wipe the synthetics out, but they ignored our pleas.
Maybe if they'd listened, we wouldn't be here now.
Yep.
Through all my time at CSEC, I never got the chance to witness a meeting of the Council in person.
Oh, I feel privileged, dude.
Not too many people have free access to the tower. Even less get permission to meet the Council.
And I'm special.
Not too many people have free access to the tower. Even less get permission to meet the Council.
We've tried to create organic environments back on the flotilla, but we lack the space for anything as grand as this. We've tried to create organic environments
now you're
back on
repeating
the
yourself,
flotilla,
lady.
but we lack the space for anything as grand as this.
Your NPC is showing.
I hope he's okay.
Was that same dude from before?
I'm on a break. Talk to someone else if you need anything. I've got a lot on my mind.
Maybe I can help.
Well, maybe you can. You're a soldier, right? You ever head out to the Traverse?
The Traverse is a rough place. We're out there quite a bit.
My brother's the captain of a ship called the Majesty. It was crossing the Traverse a few days ago when it disappeared. Just dropped right off the grid. And that usually means one of two things. They had massive mechanical failure, or they were attacked.
Any idea why someone would attack them?
Privateers, slavers, mercs looking for an easy score. There's a lot of nasty sorts out in the Traverse. I won't give up on my brother. Not yet. I've got the coordinates for the last transmission from his vessel.
What kind of ship was it?
Don't let the name fool you. The Majesty's just a small trading vessel, only a handful of crew. But he kept it in good condition. I don't think mechanical failure is too likely. But they don't have any real weapons or shields. If anyone did come after them, the Majesty'd be a sitting duck.
Isn't a Majesty the name of a duck? I think there's a Majesty duck. Something like that.
What's in this for me?
I can't afford to pay you anything. If I had that kind of cash, I'd have hired a recovery team to track him down already. Maybe you could look into this as a personal favor, you know? We humans have to stick together.
Isn't anyone else looking into this?
My brother's just a small independent trader. Ships like his disappear in the Traverse all the time.
If your brother is still alive, I'll find him. Give me the coordinates.
I'll forward them to your ship right away. Please let me know as soon as you find him.
Okay.
I really appreciate what you're doing for me. Please let me know as soon as you find any information on my brother.
So that's 3 things off station that I need to do. Privateers, yeah. Who's the other guy then? The fan. Conrad. Conrad Vernon. So I'll be running into him again. So what's the main quest now? I gotta go. You provide a Saren a connection. You proved Saren is connected. Okay, what's the actual thing I need to do? The ambassador will provide you with a ship and crew. Meet him at the Alliance Dock Bay. Accessible through central elevator in the CSEC Academy. I'm supposed to see somebody in CSEC, I thought. Huh. It's not showing up. Wait. Oop. I leveled up. Okay, so it gave me something new. Fitness stamina. Guess not. Okay, fitness. Bring my fitness up. Oh, spectre training. Damn it. Damn it. I should have did that. I'll have to do it next. Remember to do it next time. This guy don't have spectre training? Now that I know that it's a thing. Let's give him his Turian thing. And some more first aid. She needs her Corian. She can get some first aid too. Everybody needs a little first aid. So, let's see if I can find Conrad on the way.
In other news, Exogeny Corp is still denying reports that one of their survey teams has gone missing in the Hades Gamma Cluster. When asked why communication with the survey team was suddenly cut off last week, company officials refused to comment.
Welcome to Presidium Tourism Terminal 2. For your convenience, this terminal is programmed with information on the tower, the relay monument, and the keepers.
That's all for now.
Thank you for using Avina. Have a pleasant day. Please do not disturb the keepers.
Okay. Going this way.
Let all races herald the glory of the Enkindlers who raised them.
Oh, that's that freaking bug thing.
Where there was
whatever
only
this
darkness,
is.
the Enkindlers gave light.
Slug.
Where there was only ignorance, the
This is
Enkindlers
a
gave
bug.
wisdom.
That was a slug.
Where
Hey,
there
is this
was
where I'm
only
going?
silence, the Enkindlers.
Yep.
Coming up in a report later today, Emily Wong investigates corruption on the Citadel and uncovers a full-blown crime syndicate.
So I was watching some videos on the Sturgis rally, bike rally that just happened. I think it just got over last weekend, at the end of last weekend. And this is funny. It was pretty cool though. A lot of nice bikes and stuff. It was funny that there was a bar there, and
A Solarian excavation team has run into an unexpected problem after unearthing a Prothean dig site. Hanar protesters have blockaded the dig site.
So they had this tip jar on the bar, and the bartender had like really small boobies, and the tip jar said, "Please tip generously. All donations, all tips will go towards a boob job for our bartender." I've never seen that before. It cracked me up. We should have made it a little bit more tragic and say something about her having small boobies.
Binary Helix has settled out of court with a Krogan group that had accused the Genetics Corporation of fraud. The Krogan group had contracted Binary Helix to perform studies with a long-range goal of curing their genetic sterilization. The group later sued for a return of investment money when the study produced no viable results.
Actually on the sign. Tit enhancement is what it said, I think. Because bikers like to talk crude. Where exactly am I going? Okay, I need to look on the map. There will be... Damn. Requisition, that's where it was. That's where I was supposed to go. Maybe it's because I've already been here, that's why it's not coming up.
Hello, Commander.
Show me what you got.
Sounds good. Just let me set you up. Oh, this must be a mistake. System's telling me to offer you our select stock. Spectre.
Oh, cool.
Well, I heard about that, but I didn't realize it was you. Sorry, Commander.
Just show me what you've got.
I'll open the rare stocks for you, Commander. Enjoy.
Okay, what we got now? Wow, 313,000 for a sniper rifle. How much money? Hey, I almost got 45. Can I sell something? Sell. Sell. There we go. We get 5,000. Even 5,000. Combat sensor. What is that? Oh, for recoil. Cheapy shotgun. I could sell that. How do I sell it? X. No, compare. Sell. Accept. Accept what? How much do I get for it? Why doesn't it tell me? Where is it? Oh, value 21. Okay. That's not even enough. Combat sensor. Yeah. So I got over 5,000 now. Okay. Okay. Okay, from here down. Light armor, human. Light armor, Quarian. Pistola. Compare to what I have now. I have a better pistol than this already. Huh. Probably shouldn't buy something like this, but... Oh, shit. Didn't mean to do that.
Hello, Commander.
Show me what you got.
I'll open the rare stocks for you, Commander. Enjoy.
Okay. Down to the very bottom first, and then I'll go up. Light armor, nope. Medium armor. Okay, how far up can I go? To about there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, this thing's laggy. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. 8 things. 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7. Biotic amp. What is that? Amplifier increasing biotic abilities by synchronizing the element 0 node within user's central nervous system. That sounds like something that would be cool. Okay, this is what I want to do though. I want to compare this. That is it's not as good as what I already have. And all I have is light armor. Oh wait, yeah, all I have is light armor, I think. Damn it. What just happened? Ah. What Turian? One chick's a Turian, right? No, the dude's a Turian. Yeah. Garrus. See, his isn't as good. He's not biotic at all, is he? I can't remember. And never mind. This one though, for the that one dude is biotic that I have. I should probably buy that for him. Sounds like something that he could use. Which I'll probably switch back to him soon. I don't know. Okay, so now where are we going? Where's this going? Presidium. That's not where I'm wanting to go. This one? Where does this go? Docking bay. That's where I'm going, right? You know what? I need to check something first before I go.
In breaking news, Chairman Burns of the Parliament Subcommittee on Transhuman Studies has been kidnapped by biotic extremists. The biotics commandeered a freighter and were last seen in the Hades Gamma Cluster. No demands have yet been made.
Wow. I didn't get a nap today. Us old people need our old people naps.
I need those supplies for my clinic. I can't.
You can and you will, or your story won't stay secret for long.
Blackmailer.
Don't disappoint me, Doctor.
She looks a little bit
Oh,
worried.
Commander Shepard. I didn't see you come in.
You in trouble again?
Every time I come in here, I see someone threatening you. Who was that?
Someone from my past. I can take care of it.
I might be able to help you.
I was fired by my previous employer for giving out free medical supplies to clinics like this. They never filed any charges. They just wanted me to leave without any fuss. But somebody must have found out. Now they are blackmailing me. I have to give them what they want. If the board finds out about my past, I could lose my license. They'll shut my clinic down.
He's wanting drugs too, or what?
Maybe I can get you out of this. Tell me what they want.
I have to give some of my medical supplies to a merchant in the markets. They expect delivery today.
Give me your contact's name. I'll deal with this guy, whoever he is.
Deal with him? But won't they expose my past?
I'll make sure they don't tell anyone.
I was told to speak with a merchant named Moorlands, down in the markets. I really appreciate this, Commander. Thank you.
You're a doctor. How did you end up here on the Citadel?
My parents brought me here when I was young. My father was I
Already
chose
heard
to
that.
keep the medical tradition alive, but not the military. Fixing up wounded soldiers isn't my idea of fun.
Let me take a look at what you have for sale.
Of course.
Well, I already just spent all my money.
Commander Shepard, any luck with my blackmailer? Did you speak with Moorlands down in the markets?
Don't worry, I'm working on it.
Of course. I didn't mean to pressure you.
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander. Nice talking to you.
Okay, I'm glad I went this way before I took off. Get another little side mission going. I was looking for that freaking Conrad dude. So I came up here. Wanted to get that taken care of before I go too. Probably run into him off-world somewhere, or off the station.
Welcome back, Earth Clan. Will you be needing supplies for your return to the colonies?
Show me what you got.
Most excellent. I am sure you will find something pleasing.
It's a little better than the ones... Well, no, just the one that... Oh, wait. I don't think the girl uses a assault rifle. She uses a pistol, though, I think. And it's too expensive.
Best place on this ward to buy upgrades.
Is there a... No, nothing over there. That's the dude.
Hello there. Welcome to Moorlands' famous shop. You want many good supplies, yes?
You were expecting a delivery of medical supplies.
But I was told the doctor would be bringing them.
Things have changed, Moorland.
A change, but the doctor... I don't... This is not right, human.
Shut up, Moorland. I told Baines you'd screw this up. What the hell's going on here? Who are you?
Leave the doctor alone.
We can end this if you just bring me those supplies. Otherwise, I'll start telling people about the doctor's little secret.
Okay, blue is intimidation, huh? I shouldn't do this.
You're shutting down a medical clinic. What if someone needs treatment? What if you need treatment?
Hey, hold on. I'm just the middleman here. This is way more than I bargained for.
Thank you, human. It is good to see him humbled so.
So, how... If he's the middleman, that still doesn't get rid of the blackmailer.
What do you know about Baines?
I have never met him, human. I only worked with the one who spoke with the doctor.
What do you know about Baines?
I have never met him, human. I only worked with the one who spoke with the doctor.
Let me see what you have.
Oh, you will be pleased, I think. Very good things I have. You will see.
Grenade upgrade 2. I don't have quite enough money for that. What do I have to sell? None of this is worth enough. Hey. Oh, whoa. What's this? For the Normandy Quartermaster. Don't I have something about like that already? See, I don't even know what I have. It's not that much. Might as well buy it. Increases maximum units of metagel by 1. That's cheap enough. All right. So what do I got to do now? Blackmailer is dealt with. I don't think so. Talk to Dr. Michael at the med clinic in the upper ward and let her know she's safe again. I don't think she's safe. It was a middleman. That's just stupid. Find the freighter in System of Haiti Gamma Cluster. Oh, that came up on the loudspeaker in the elevator. And this is the other missing team. Yeah. Oh, no, that came up in the elevator also. Huh. So I'm getting stuff from the elevator. Nothing in here. So this is the last place that I haven't been yet. haven't seen her.
I got business here, but not with you.
Not now. I'm watching the show.
Really?
Hey, you gonna be dancing later?
Will I be dancing later? I don't think so.
Go away. Let me drink it.
Well, I had something going on with this guy, and I don't know what happened to that. Can't get back in here anymore. Yeah, I can. It's like a VIP room. This is that dude's office, ain't it? Okay. So they don't have any a new owner yet? They're just all working for free. Hey. You're uglier than the last waitress. Bartender lady, whatever. Okay, we're out of here. Whoop. Missed the turn. Well, that's funky.
Commander, how did things go?
He won't be bothering you anymore.
Really? That's a great relief, Commander. Thank you. I can't pay you for your help, but I can give you a discount on any supplies you purchase here.
Well, maybe I should have waited and...
That's very generous of you.
Bought whatever I just bought.
I just wish I knew how this all started, how this thug found out about my past.
He spoke of someone named Baines.
Baines? I wonder if he means Armiston Baines. We worked together a long time ago.
What can you tell me about him?
Last I heard, the Alliance military was contracting him for some research in the Traverse.
We should follow up with Captain Anderson.
I'll go all the way back and talk to Anderson?
We'll see what the captain can tell us.
I wish I could tell you more.
Oh,
Is there anything else I can help you with,
Captain was waiting
Commander?
for us.
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander. Nice talking to you.
Just give me some Metagel. Captain was waiting for us in the... I think in the CSAC. I don't have to go all the way back to the tower, I hope.
In remembrance of Eden Prime, we present another Profile in Courage with serviceman Nirali Bhatia. A devoted wife and talented chef, serviceman Bhatia joined the Alliance military under the Deferred Education Plan. After finishing...
That was that lady's body that we got released. Let me look on the map before I get out of here. What's that? Squad. Leveled up. Okay, what did I have? Spectre stuff. Agent stuff. And yeah. Marksman. Undo talent point? Oh, whoa, I didn't know you could do that. Let's go back to here. I think I want to start putting some stuff in Intimidate, man, because she needs to intimidate people sometimes. I don't want to mess with anything else. Yeah. Oh, shoot. Missed one? Wait, what'd I do? Thought I did that. Okay, so I'm going this way.
In entertainment news, Francis Kitt has announced plans to direct Hamlet with Elcor cast members. The production will open dramatic theater to the Elcor with a Hamlet who uses Elcor body language and pheromones.
Sounds exciting. That doesn't actually make any sense, to tell you the truth. The those Elcor, it's, I'm thinking they are. Let's go back to here. Non-council races. Oh, here we go.
The Elcor are a citadel species native to the high-gravity world Dakuna.
Okay, these guys don't talk. Right. With no expressions and stuff like that. They express things through scent. And telepathy or something. I don't know. Oh, and movement. I think it's scent and gesture. It says it somewhere here. I don't know where. But anyway, Shakespeare is mostly based on this wordplay. I don't know. A lot of people don't get into Shakespeare because it's just sounds like gibberish mostly. But if you really, really listen to it, man, I don't know. Back when I was in my 20s, I went through this phase where I just loved listening to Shakespearean, plays, movies that were, made, Shakespearean plays that were made into movies. There was a lot of, this guy named Kenneth Branagh was doing a lot of them back then in the 80s and the 90s, and all of them were really, really good. And they had, good stars in them. Keanu Reeves was in one of them. I think it was Much Ado About Nothing. And even Mel Gibson played Hamlet in a movie back then. But the Shakespearean speech, it takes a little bit getting used to. But if you, what I'd do is I'd pause it and then rewind it and listen to the phrasing and try to understand what exactly Shakespeare meant by that, man, because he had just expressed things with this word poetry, and it was really, really cool if you really sit and listen to it, Mind you, I had to be a little bit drunk. I didn't smoke weed at the time. I probably would have really got into it if I smoked weed, but I didn't smoke weed at the time because I quit by then. I haven't smoked weed steadily since I was a teenager. Since I was about 20, I stopped smoking it, and like I've mentioned this before, every once in a while I'll take a hit now and then, but it screws with my head if I smoke too much of it anymore, so I don't smoke it. But I would get drunk and watch these Shakespeare videotapes. It was before DVDs. And sit there and watch, say an hour and a half movie. It'd take me 3 or 4 hours to watch because I would stop and pause or rewind it and listen and rewind it and listen and really, really get into it. So the point I'm trying to make is the whole thing about Shakespeare, Hamlet, which they were just talking about, is about speech. It's about wordplay. It's about freaking this weird. I don't know how to actually express it. It's just a wordplay. You can't do wordplay with, even if you're communicating with smell, which that's what a lot of insects do, and some animals, I guess, do communicate with smell, or gestures. You just can't get the same out of it because it's not wordplay. I don't know. It's kind of weird to think about it that way. I don't know how else to explain it. It's not really word. It's not really. It's kind of a poetry, but it's not really poetry. The best thing I could say is wordplay, wordsmithing, twisting words and making words that aren't supposed to mean a certain thing, but when you put them all together, they actually mean it. Have to be into Shakespeare to really get into it. I haven't really listened to a lot of Shakespeare since I was in my 20s or 30s, early 30s maybe. But still like watching it once in a while. Anyway, I'm supposed to talk to this guy, I thought.
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours now.
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
I want the truth. Why are you stepping down, sir?
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
Come clean with me, Captain. You owe me that much.
I was in your shoes 20 years ago, Shepard. They were considering me for the Spectres.
Why didn't you ever mention this?
What was I supposed to say? I could have been a Spectre, but I blew it? I failed, Commander. It's not something I'm proud of. Ask me later and I'll tell you the whole story. For now, all you need to know is, I was sent on a mission with Saren, and he made sure the Council rejected me. I had my shot.
Oh, he was talking about that earlier.
Now you have a chance to make up for my mistakes.
I won't let you down, sir.
Saren's gone. Don't even try to find him. But we know what he's after. The conduit. He's got his Geth scouring the Traverse looking for clues.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharos system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact, and there have been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out where the conduit is before he does.
The Reapers are the real threat.
I'm with the Council on this one, Shepard. I'm not sure they even exist.
But if they do exist, the conduit's the key to bringing them back. Stop Saren from getting the conduit, and we stop the Reapers from returning.
Didn't he just say forget about Saren? I don't know. I'm getting mixed messages here.
I'll stop him.
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice on that recording. She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans. We don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni. We have reports she was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
Artemis Tau, that was in one of the... Side missions.
Sounds like we should head for the Artemis Tau cluster.
It's your decision, Commander. You're a Spectre now. You don't answer to us.
But your actions still reflect on humanity as a whole. You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
I'll try not to make things any harder on you, Ambassador.
Glad to hear it, Commander. Remember, you were a human long before you were a Spectre. I have a meeting to get to. Captain Anderson can answer any questions you might have.
Hate it when people say stuff like that. They put you in a group and not an individual. You were a human way before you were a Spectre. No, I'm a Spectre now. I abide by the Spectre ways, you know, if I want to stay a Spectre, unless they make me do something that is out of my morals, then I'm a Spectre before I'm a human. I don't know if you can understand that, but that's individualism. It's a different. What makes us different than collectivism, like fucking commies and socialists, is the sense of individuals and being who you are and the character of you and the abilities that you have and the talents that you have and working with what you have above everything else. Your merit and your character above the group, you know. It's kind of hard to understand, and I think that's the biggest problem that a lot of the socialists and especially Marxists, I think that's the thing that they don't understand. They have this mentality, I don't know, like Star Trek, The Wrath of Khan, Spock saying the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. That is a collectivist way of thinking, and it does make sense in a way. And yeah, you know, when you're doing a certain job, you have to put others above your needs, but that's your job. But not everybody needs to do that. You need to be an individual first, and you need to decide yourself why you're doing things before you do them, and not do them just for the collective, for the group, for because of peer pressure or something. You need to do them for conviction, and conviction comes from within you, not from the group. And I just hate when people say that. It's like kind of a pet peeve. I don't like the word pet peeve, but that's kind of what it is. Anyway.
Yes, Commander?
Are you okay? Yeah.
How are you holding up?
Honestly, this isn't how I pictured my career coming to an end. Pushing papers really isn't my thing, but you're the one who can stop Saren. I believe in you, Shepard. If that means I have to step aside, so be it.
Tell me what happened with you and Saren 20 years ago.
It's close to 20 years ago now. Ambassador Goyle was our representative here on the Citadel. Like Udina, she wanted to get a human into the Spectres. She chose me. The Council sent Saren to keep an eye on me and evaluate my performance, just like they sent Nihilus to keep tabs on you.
What happened?
I think I deserve the whole story.
We had intel on a rogue scientist being funded by Batarian interests. He was trying to set up a facility to develop illegal AI technology out in the Verge. Alliance intel had done all the work, but the Council wanted a Spectre involved. We compromised. I was assigned to help Saren in his investigation. We tracked the scientist to a refining facility on Kamala. He was hidden away somewhere inside, protected by an army of Batarian mercenaries. The plan was simple. Sneak into the plant, capture the scientist, sneak back out. Quick, quiet, and a minimum of bloodshed.
I'm guessing things didn't go as planned?
Saren and I split up to cover more ground. Then about halfway through the mission, there was a massive explosion in the refinery core. Officially, it was ruled an accident, but I think Saren detonated it on purpose to draw off the enemy guards.
How many casualties?
The explosion tore the refinery to shreds. The whole place was on fire. Black chemical clouds poured out into the atmosphere. Nobody inside survived. There was a camp for the workers and their families nearby. Between the fires and the toxic fumes, the final death count was over 500. Mostly civilians. Saren didn't care. The target was eliminated, mission accomplished. And I ended up taking the blame. That ended all talk of me joining the Spectres.
Saren caused the explosion. How'd he pin it on you?
In his report, Saren accused me of blowing his cover. He said it was my fault the guards were ready for us. He claimed that's why it turned into a massacre. Saren's report was all the proof the Council needed to kill my chances of becoming a Spectre.
Why'd you let him get away with it?
Who do you think the Council was going to listen to? Me? Or their best agent? I had a bad feeling about him right from the start. I should have been more careful. Maybe I could have stopped things before they got out of hand.
Don't blame yourself, Captain.
I don't. I blame Saren. I think he wanted things to go bad. He was looking for an excuse to blow that refinery. Maybe he just likes the violence. Maybe he was just trying to make me look bad to keep humans out of the Spectres. If so, he pulled it off.
The only thing I care about is stopping Saren.
You're right, Commander. It's no good living in the past.
Oh, Bane.
What do you know about Armiston Baines?
Where did you hear that name? Never mind, I don't want to know. Baines is dead. Has been for quite some time.
The people I spoke with seemed to think he was still alive.
It's not common knowledge. Military's keeping it under wraps. Baines was doing some high-level work for the Alliance. Stuff even I wasn't aware of. One day he turns up dead on a drifting scout ship. Everyone suspects it was foul play, but it was never officially investigated.
What can you tell me about the ship?
I don't know much about it. You should talk to Admiral Kahoku. One of his crews discovered Baines' body.
Admiral, that's that dude that was on that deck up by the tower, up on the tower, before the elevator.
Any idea how to find him?
Last I heard, he was up in the tower trying to get the Council to investigate Baines' death. Is there anything else, Commander?
That's where I heard the name Bane before, too. He's talking about that. He's talking on some kind of intercom system.
Any extra intel you can give me on our colony at Pharos?
The entire planet used to be one giant Prothean city. Mostly ruins now. But some of the infrastructure is still intact. The colony tried to build on what the Protheans left behind. We lost all contact with them when the Geth attacked.
What do you know about the Artemis Tau cluster?
Not much. I've never been there myself. A handful of systems with a few small, uncharted worlds, but no real colonies. Might not be easy finding Dr. Tassoni out there. My advice is to look for the world with the Prothean ruins.
What can you tell me about Novaria?
Novaria's trouble. Always has been. The whole planet's basically a center for corporations to conduct illegal research. Watch your back there, Shepard. Spectres are about the only form of Citadel authority Novaria respects. But they aren't popular.
I should go.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Okay, before we go, I need to go back now. What's over there? Normandy weapons. got some points for doing that. That's getting on. So this way. Just a bug. Can't analyze him. He's just standing there. Most of them are doing something on a computer. It's just... Oh, what was that? The hole. Yay. Can I look at other stuff? Thrusters. Yay. I'm getting all kinds of XP. Just for looking around. Is that it? Yeah. I need to go back to the tower first. Wait, is there anything on this side that I need to look at? Can I jump?
Do you ever regret leaving Citadel security to pursue Saren, Garrus?
Fighting a rogue spectre with countless lives at stake and no regulations to get in the way? I'd say that beats CSEC.
I'm pleased that the imminent destruction of all organic life has improved your career opportunities.
How come you only got 2 toes? Both of you. Only got 2 toes. What's up with that? Wait, where am I? I'm at CSAC. Wait, this will take me up, won't it?
Celebrations are being planned for the anniversary of the end of the Rachni Wars. Many Council worlds, particularly Asari and Solarian colonies, will hold victory parades to commemorate the defeat of the invading Rachni. In a rare admission of debt, several Asari colonies have invited Krogans to be honored for the victories the uplifted Krogans made possible.
So where am I? Yeah, there's the tower. Okay, that'll be a faster way to get back. I didn't know that was there. Oh, it's under here. Have I been under here before? Oh yeah, I have. I know where I'm at. You need to get me something else to drink in a few. I'm thirsty.
Let all races herald the glory of the Enkindlers who raised them all to enlightenment.
Enlighten me.
Where there was only darkness, the Enkindlers gave light. Where there was only ignorance, the Enkindlers gave wisdom. Where there was...
Is this where I'm going? Yeah.
In a further development in the Eden Prime investigation, the Council has reportedly revoked the Spectre status of one of its operatives. While the unnamed operative has not yet been apprehended, a Council spokesman confirmed that corrective actions had been taken.
You know, see how they make these girls... Well, actually, she's an alien, so it doesn't matter, but the human girls, see how there's like a space between her thighs? It's like once girls get that kind of shape, man, they're just getting a little bit too skinny, man. Shouldn't be able to see between... Shouldn't be able to see air between girls' upper thighs. That means they need to eat a few tacos. Okay, that dude was all the way up here somewhere. Wait, there he is. No, yep. Yeah, that's the Abralos.
No, I'm waiting to speak with one of the Councilor's assistants.
Is that it?
Congratulations on becoming the first human Spectre, Commander. I'm certain you'll be up to the challenge.
I appreciate that.
My name is Admiral Kahoku. It's about time the Alliance got one of our own in with the Spectres. We need people like you to deal with our problems.
Is something wrong, Admiral?
I'm getting stonewalled by bureaucratic assholes. Nothing new. Maybe you can help me, Shepard. One of my recon teams was investigating some strange activity out in the Traverse. We lost contact yesterday. Now I can't get clearance to check it out. Suddenly it's a restricted area. But that doesn't apply to you, Shepard. Spectres can go anywhere they want. You could find out why my team dropped out of contact.
I'll find them, Admiral.
I appreciate that, Commander. I was running out of options. I'm going to stay here and see if I can find anything out through official channels. Won't hold my breath, though. I'll upload the info on where my team was last seen to your ship. Maybe you can get some answers. Commander, any luck finding my recon group?
Captain Anderson said you had information on Baines.
Not as much as I'd like to. One of my crews found him, frozen stiff on board a derelict vessel. The missing recon group? The one I sent you to find? They were scouting the system we found Baines' ship in.
You should have mentioned this earlier, Admiral.
Baines is already dead. It's too late for him. I'm only concerned about my team. Someone has to find them. Please, Shepard, I'm counting on you.
Okay. I need to check this journal. Missing Marines. Go to the Sparta system in the cluster, whatever, Artemis Tau cluster. Look for the recon team. Thematic Hades Gamma cluster. Find the freighter in the Tia or whatever system of the Hades Gamma cluster and make your way to the biotics on board. Okay. Travel to the Artemis. That's the other one that I've seen. Artemis system. Are they all these in the same system? Artemis system. No, that's a different system. Nope, different. So there's no more things here. I don't go back and tell that lady that that one dude's dead. Charter World of Artemis. Nova. Noveria. I think this one's the main one. So I think I need to do these from bottom up. So that Pharos is the first one I need to go to. Yeah, there was something else there. Codec. Ships and vehicles. Thrusters. Armor. Is that it?
In the early 2160s,
Whoa.
the Alliance began aggressive colonization of worlds in the Skyllian Verge. much to the dismay of the Batarians, who had been developing the region for several decades. In 2171, the Batarians petitioned the Council to declare the Verge a zone of Batarian interest. The Council refused, however, declaring unsettled worlds in the region open to human colonization. In protest, the Batarians closed their Citadel embassy and severed official diplomatic relations with the Council, effectively becoming a rogue state. They instigated a proxy war in the Verge by funneling money and weapons to criminal organizations, urging them to strike at human colonies. Hostilities peaked with the Skillian Blitz of 2176, an attack on the human capital of Elysium by Batarian-funded pirates and slavers. In 2178, the Alliance retaliated with a crushing assault on the moon of Torfin, long used as a staging base by Batarian-backed criminals. In the aftermath, the Batarians retreated into their own systems and are now rarely seen in Citadel space. The vote. Pharos is a habitable world in the Attican Beta Cluster. 2/3 of the habitable surface is covered with the ruins of a crumbling Prothean megatropolis. In the millennia since the Prothean extinction, the ruins have been repeatedly picked over by looters many times. Pharos was considered a poor prospect for colonization, as little open ground remains for agriculture. The only sizable freshwater sources are the poles, which are tapped by the decaying Prothean aqueduct systems. The dead cities, while in good condition considering their antiquity, are of uncertain stability. Ground level is congested by a dozen meters of fallen debris, and the air is fouled by dust. In 2178, the Human Exogeny Corporation announced its intention to place a permanent colony on Pharos to thoroughly explore the ruins. The pioneer settlement was placed on the upper levels of several intact skyscrapers, using the surviving Prothean aqueducts and rooftop hydroponic gardens to support the population.
Okay.
There are between 200 and 400 billion stars in the galaxy, and less than 1% of them have ever been visited or had their systems properly surveyed. Humanity's early expansion into the Attican Traverse was haphazard, a desperate race to claim habitable planets where populations can be economically settled. Ignored in the wake of this land grab were thousands of less hospitable worlds, each potentially rich with industrial resources. The wealth of entire solar systems lies untapped, waiting for corporate survey teams or independent pioneers to discover and exploit them. However, this is not an easy task. In addition to the environmental hazards, the fact that uncharted worlds are largely ignored makes them popular bases for criminals, revolutionaries, cults, and others who wish to remain unnoticed by galactic society. Combat hard suits connect. A mass accelerator propels a solid metal slug using precisely controlled electromagnetic attraction and repulsion. The slug is designed to squash or shatter on impact, increasing the energy it transfers to the target. If this were not the case, it would simply punch a hole right through, doing minimal damage. Accelerator design was revolutionized by Element Zero. A slug lightened by a mass effect field can be accelerated to greater speeds, permitting projectile velocities that were previously unattainable. If accelerated to a high enough velocity, a simple paint chip can impact with the same destructive force as a nuclear weapon. However, mass accelerators produce recoil equal to their impact energy. This is mitigated somewhat by the mass effect fields that rounds are suspended within. But weapon recoil is still the prime limiting factor on slug velocity.
But that doesn't make a lot of complete sense, because the paint chip going at a velocity fast enough to do any damage to anything, it would disintegrate in air because of the friction of the air. And just the inertia itself would just disintegrate it. There's I've always heard this. This is why I kind of know what this is about, is because since I was a kid, people have always said that if you dropped a penny off of the Empire State Building, by the time it reached the ground, it would be going fast enough and because, you know, the weight of it and everything, it could go right into a person and kill them. You know, hit somebody in the head, it's going to go right straight through, which is pretty much true, except a penny is small enough that there's going to be so many other factors that would cause that not to happen. If there was no, if it was in a vacuum, it would fall like that. But it's not in a vacuum. There's wind. There's a lot of wind around buildings like that. So just the wind itself would slow it down, and it would blow it off course. And if it hit somebody, I doubt if it would hurt anybody, because it wouldn't have picked up enough velocity because of all the other factors: the wind, the smog, the dust, the moisture in the air, all these other things. I did some research on that when I was younger, just to try to figure it out, if that was true, because people said that, and I said, oh, that shit sounds pretty cool, man. That should go right through you. But then more research that I did, then I realized that it's not even feasible for that to happen. That's the same thing with a bullet going up in the air. And when you shoot it straight up in the air, as it's coming back down, it's not coming down with the same velocity that it went up in, because you had propulsion from the gases of the gunpowder that gave it greater propulsion. But once it gets up in the air and it gets to a point where it's going to start coming back, it's going to be at a dead stop for a second before it starts coming back down. And then, because it doesn't have any velocity at all at that point, yeah, the it's what, 9.8 meters per second or something like that is the pull of gravity. So it can build up velocity fast enough to hurt somebody when it hits the ground. But because of all the other elements in the air itself and the wind and everything else, it's not likely that the bullet would actually hurt somebody when it hits them. Anyway, there was a movie called The Mexican that had a scene in it, and they were in Mexico on the Day of the Dead, and everybody was shooting all their guns up in the air, and all of a sudden all these freaking bullets start raining down and going through the cars and killing people and shit like that. And yeah, I did a little bit of research on that too, and it's possible that it could kill a person, but it's not likely because of all the other factors. Anyway,
combat hard suits.
Yeah. I should probably save. I haven't saved it all tonight. And I think this is a good time for me to take a few seconds break. I need to get something to drink. I think I need to go to the restroom real quick too before I continue. So I'll be right back. Use this time to go get yourself a snack. Oh, dang it. back. Sorry about that, guys. Where am I going? Where am I? I forget. Oh, I'm up by the tower. I'm keeping an eye out for that.
I really appreciate what you're doing for me. Please let me know as soon as you find any information on my brother.
Keeping an eye out for the fan.
In light of the recent attack on Eden Prime, many colonial investors are pulling their support for future projects. Proponents of expanded human colonization insist that Eden Prime was an isolated case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply. Many colonial proposals are on hold until backers have some reassurance that human colonies will be adequately protected.
Much better. I was thirsty. Okay. Guess it's all about going back.
Let all races herald the glory of the Enkindlers who raised them all to enlighten.
This way, right?
Where there was only darkness, the Enkindlers.
I think this is where I came out before. Straight to CSAC. Yep.
In other news, Exogeny Corp is still denying reports that one of their survey teams has gone missing in the Hades Gamma Cluster. When asked why communication with the survey team was suddenly cut off last week, company officials refused to comment.
So see, that came up before, and now that one dude was wanting me to go there to get his brother, right? No. I don't know. I'm getting them all mixed up now.
Garrus, if you do not mind me asking, how do you feel about hunting a Turian?
Saren is either a traitor or a madman. Taking him down will restore the good name of Turians everywhere.
Things are different among my people. There are so few of us. We are expected to be loyal, even when it is difficult.
Because you don't have any individuality. You're just... slaves to the system. So this is the right way, right? Yep. Normandy.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.
Hey, better get my butt mites too.
I heard what happened to Captain Anderson. Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
Captain Anderson should be the one in charge. It's like I'm stealing the ship from him.
Yeah, the captain got screwed. But it's not like you could have stopped it. Nobody's blaming you. Everyone on this ship's behind you, Commander. 100%. Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
This is Commander Shepard speaking. We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. I won't lie to you, crew. This mission isn't going to be easy.
Oh. Humanity must do its part. Eden Prime was just a start. Nobody's going to help us.
For too long, our species has stood apart from the others. Now it's time for us to step up and do our part for the rest of the galaxy. Time to show them what humans are made of.
Oh, that's loud.
Our enemy knows we're coming. When we go into the Traverse, Saren's followers will be waiting for us. But we'll be ready for them, too. Humanity needs to do this. Not just for our own sake, but for the sake of every other species in Citadel space. Saren must be stopped, and I promise you all, we will stop him.
Well said, Commander. Captain will be proud.
The Captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
Yes, ma'am.
Whoa.
Commander, something you need?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet, if you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
Oh, you got a lot of ego there, dude, or something. A lot of confidence, maybe.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
What disease? Oh, there we go. What disease?
What are you talking about? Are you sick?
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap.
Oh, crap.
Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic.
Oh, like Glass.
I've learned to manage my condition, Commander.
That movie.
Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
So, yeah, Glass and, was it Unbreakable? Is that the other one? The first part to Glass was Unbreakable with Bruce Willis and Samuel Jackson. And Samuel Jackson had that brittle bone disease that they called him Mr. Glass or something. Or something like that. I don't remember. How'd you get the nickname?
I need to know more about this Vrolik syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
Yeah, of course you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. They classify my case as moderate to severe. I was born with over a dozen fractures, hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
You're not gonna break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander, so I'm fine as long as I'm in this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do my job as well as anyone on the ship. Better, actually. So don't worry about it.
What happens when we start getting plastered with photon torpedoes and shit, and the ship's like shaking all over, and he's getting bashed up against the freaking dashboard?
I'm not trying to make you uncomfortable. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you want, Commander.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
I was just thinking how much you remind me of Santa Claus.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy. Even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
Is that it?
How'd you end up joining the Alliance?
Look, if you're looking for an inspirational tale of the crippled kid overcoming impossible odds, you're gonna be disappointed. My mother was a civilian contractor working for the Alliance. I basically grew up on the Arcturus station back when they were building up the fleets. Spend all that time around Alliance ships, there's a good chance you'll end up going to the Academy.
Alright.
I have to go.
Alright, see ya.
Hey, I got some points. When we first started, he had at least 3 other people in here with him. There was somebody over on this side, on that side, and somebody sitting right here. Now he's got this whole room. Apparently oh, what's that? This whole room by itself. And everybody else is all in here. I guess not all of them are occupied. Galactic map.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
They're on our side.
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, ma'am, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
Wait. Well, Nihilus was good. He didn't do anything wrong that we know of.
I'm in charge here, Presley. I decide if we have non-humans on this vessel.
Yes, ma'am. Understood, ma'am.
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop him. We don't need their help.
Some people think asking for help is a sign of weakness. That's just being stupid and stubborn. No matter how strong you are, allies can make you stronger.
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking.
Not exactly.
But don't worry, Commander. This won't be a problem.
It's kind of naive thinking. It's like in a game or in a movie or something like that, when the characters are pretty flat and two-dimensional, I should say. Then maybe that's true, because there's the good and then there's bad. But most really well-written stories, or real life in general, there's nuance to that. Some people are really good and still have some bad qualities, and some people are really bad and still have some good qualities. And some people are somewhere in between. Most people are in between there somewhere, you know? You could be a little bit bad and have some really good qualities, or you can be a little bit good and have some really bad qualities, or vice versa, or all different. Most people aren't really bad or really good, you know. They're somewhere in between.
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school, following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were at Elysium during the Skillian Blitz. A massive fleet of alien raiders hit the colony, trying to wipe it out. They had the numbers, but their ships were no match for an Alliance frigate. It was a slaughter. We couldn't even keep track of how many ships they lost.
How'd you end up on the Normandy?
I got my officer's commission after Elysium. Must have made an impression on the right people. Captain asked for me when he was picking his crew.
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
Well, same thing.
I signed up with the They had the numbers, but their ships were no match for an Alliance frigate. It was a slaughter. We couldn't even keep track of how many ships they lost.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So I need to go into that map in a bit, but I want to go over here first. That way, or that way, or that way. Let me look on the map. Hey, Codex. Human alliances. FTL.
The Normandy is a prototype starship developed by the Human Systems Alliance with the assistance of the Citadel Council. It is optimized for scouting and reconnaissance missions in unstable regions using state-of-the-art stealth technology. For most ships, the heat generated through standard operations is easily detectable against the absolute zero background of space. The Normandy, however, is able to temporarily sink this heat within the hull. Combined with refrigeration of the exterior hull, the ship can travel undetected for hours or drift passively for days of covert observation. This is not without risk. The stored heat must eventually be radiated, or it will build to levels capable of cooking the crew alive. Another component of the stealth system is the Normandy's revolutionary Tantalus drive, a mass effect core twice the standard size. The Tantalus drive generates mass concentrations that the Normandy falls into, allowing it to move without the use of heat-emitting thrusters.
What? Okay, some of that's beyond my comprehension. Oh, wait, I was going there to look at the map. Okay, I'm here. No, I'm here. Who is that over there, then? Oh, wait, I was... What the heck? Where the hell am I? There we go. Comm room. Okay. Hey, it's the doctor.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
So I noticed anybody that has the kind of shirt that she has on, how it's the shirt's off, her right boob is way smaller than her left one, because just it looks like an optical illusion because of the shirt, but if you look close, it's not. It's not an optical illusion. They messed up when they designed that structure. They use a mesh to design the animation, the frame of the people in the games.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth. Or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
How well do you know the Lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record, over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
And who's the L2? An L2, that means second lieutenant, dude. She don't know that?
What does that have to do with it?
Oh.
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants.
Oh, that's
Lieutenant
an
Alenko
implant.
was wired with the old L2 configuration.
Second lieutenant.
Sometimes there are complications.
Okay, yeah, she talked about this before. Oh, she's talking about the other dude that works with us.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Yeah, it's kind of funny on the. Notice that. See how the shirt goes down. That gray spot goes down and then over and then curves down again. Something about that makes the boobs off center. You can really see right there. I don't know. Why are you looking at my boobs, lady? But I noticed there was somebody else that had a shirt that had that same design on it, and I noticed it way back at the very beginning of the game. Oh, this is who she was just talking about. He's got L2 implants. That's what she was saying. Instead of L3s.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I don't see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting to Eden Prime sooner. And we were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
What's that? Sometimes those things just pop up. Those little oval crapo things. Like that. Means to examine something. That's what Johnny, my son, was talking about yesterday. Is you can see him from a long ways away, so there anything you can interact with is going to pop up with that oval thing from a ways away. And sometimes they just pop up for no reason. They give you XP when you click on them. Hey, the hell are we now? This is most of my peoples. Garrus, Ashley, Rex. I don't know who the other dude is. Right. Here's Ashley, Rex. Oh, the girl, the other girl.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want.
Armor, weapons, mods? It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
What the fuck? So there's some military group on a military mission, and you have to buy your own weapons and armor.
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands. Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
Oh, those licenses that I keep finding everywhere. That's kind of fucked up, man. That's like bureaucracy to a freaking extreme limit, that you have to buy a license. So right now with gun dealers, they have to buy licenses to sell guns, but I'm pretty sure, well, states like California have their own licenses besides the federal license. And you have to follow different regulations, so I guess you have to. Yeah, I'm sure California has a separate license, and then they'll charge you more for those licenses. But you don't have to buy a different license for different manufacturers. You just have to stay within the guidelines of the state, and I guess some city ordinances too. But yeah, that's just way too much. Then because that means that to have a license with the with each gun manufacturer, that means that the state is working with the gun manufacturers to get, or making each gun manufacturer get its own license, and then you have to get a license. I don't know, it's just complicated, but it seems really, really redundant and over excessive, and some bureaucracy bullshit just for the government to get more and more money. Anyway, that's freaking crazy.
What do the different manufacturers offer?
There are too many for me to keep track of, but each license will explain what it's good for.
How often will you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased.
Wow.
But I'll rotate items on a regular basis regardless. And anytime we land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy, sell, and trade whatever I can. Check back often. I need to move items quickly, so only the most basic items will be stocked consistently.
Oh, yeah. So that, I guess it does. This works really good for a game, though, because you have to have some way to get better and better weapons throughout the game.
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
But as a bureaucratic bullshit, man, that's funky. And how do I know what licenses I have? I've bought at least 3 of them. They're cheap, though. They were like, $100 a piece or around that. So oh shit, I did it again.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
There's got to be a way to know what licenses I have. And so the symbol there is for that HMWP. And they just go, HMW, and then then it's got another letter and a number. Well, actually 7. All of them are 7s. And this one, wait, they're all HMW. Oh, wait, here we go. The Scorpions. I don't know. Oh, wait. Okay. Spectre Master Gear. Maybe that's the company. And this one's Hain Kadar. And then Aldrin Labs. Hayden Kadar. Alanus Risk Control. Alright. Okay, so I only have enough money to get one of these two here. And that one sucks. How about this one? And it's only showing me right now. The sniper rifle's a really good one, though. I think I'll get it. No, you know what? I don't want to waste my money.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander. I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Have you worked with the Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this. And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast. Got it?
I wasn't trying to. I understand, Commander.
Yep. That's what we got going back here. Hey, stuff. What? Wait, what? Oh, I could set up their stuff from here. Combat sensors. Who? Oh, that's her name? Tally?
Commander?
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duty squared away. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
What?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander. No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
You wish we'd been able to save the rest of your unit.
Yes, ma'am. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
The Geth are perfect ambushers. They don't move, they don't make noise, they don't even breathe.
They have flashlight heads, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Kinda wish you'd got there sooner,
Oh,
Commander.
shit.
No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
You wish we'd been able to save the rest
Yes,
of you.
ma'am. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
We never trained to fight synthetics. The Geth haven't gone beyond the Veil in 3 centuries.
Our training's supposed to make us able to adapt. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am?
I think that can we talk thing is some kind of a flirting thing.
Nice ship you've got, Shepard. What can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story. Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
You Krogans live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
That was fun. Big deal.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset you.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
So
long, Rex.
Might be able to
Shepard,
get this guy in some kind of better state of mind if we could find a scientist that'll work on it. I'm trying to find a cure. I think that's it in here, huh? See if I can change their weapons, but I could also do that when I'm... Oh, what's this way? Yeah, I could... Oh, hey. This is the drive. Engineer Adams. Oh, and that's the girl. Anyway.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype, cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
So if they're so into technology and stuff and they know all this stuff, why can't they build their own?
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Oh, I guess that's why they can't make their own stuff, because they can't get the raw materials.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
If all these different species are colonizing different planets, why can't they? Same thing with the... Well, I could see it with those big dudes. The freaking dude I was just talking to. So they'd rather go out and fight for somebody else than colonize. But these people, you know, they're smart. They should be able to do that. I guess they don't have the protection, maybe?
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
Well, they live really, really long time, But if they are monogamous and only 2 people could have 1 kid, then eventually their population is going to be cut in half. I guess if they marry more than one person, but see, then you're still having more than one kid per person. I don't know. I always wondered about that with the Chinese. Years ago, the Chinese had that rule. I don't know if they still have the rule that if they had more than one kid, then they'd have to get it approved through the state, through the government. And I don't know if they still do that, but I think Chinese have the biggest population in the world right now. Them and East India.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials?
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
That's actually a pretty cool, good thing, especially in military systems. If you're in some kind of martial law and you're at war or something, and the military needs to do something, the civilian government can usually override that. That's why in the United States we have the president as the commander-in-chief of the military. That way him being a politician has the right to overrule anything in the military. Him not being he's basically military while he's president, because he's commander-in-chief, but they're not really, soldiers. But if sometimes the military has to do something for the good of the people, and the civilian government has too much bureaucracy and has to take their time doing things. That's kind of what happened in Vietnam, is that the civilian government had their hands too much into the military government. But see, then the military can say, well, we need to do this for the good of the country, and they can overrule the civilian government and say this is what has to be done. But them knowing that they are going to be fired after they make the ruling will deter them from doing it unless it's an absolute emergency. That's kind of a little harsh, though, that they can only do it once, but that's it's a deterrent from them doing things that don't really need to be done. I don't know how that would actually work, though, because everybody has their own idea. So how could they completely be unanimous on a decision that's going to make them lose their positions or their power, unless the military itself is not completely based on power, which usually it's not. It is and it's not. You know, this is kind of a real fine line in there in the military. I guess you have to have been in the military to understand that, though. It's kind of a weird sense. And yeah, being a vet, I understand it. Anyway, Corians.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins, what they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
Yep. Terminator.
How come the Council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. 1 million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
There's the problem. You're freaking having them think. Calculation's one thing, but actually thinking's another. Artificial intelligence should be illegal. I don't care. They call a lot of things in computing now AIs, but they're not true AIs because they're still artificial. They're not thinking, they're calculating, and they're just still working on programming. Once you start getting them, and that's what they keep trying to do, and they keep saying they're doing this and that, and maybe they are, like the whole freaking algorithms that they have in YouTube and shit like that is getting close to AIs. They're putting programming in that the people that are creating it are losing the understanding of it, you know, and the programming is starting to program itself, and I don't know. I don't see how that's gonna work, but we need to keep an eye on that as a society, because if they do start actually thinking, then we're screwed. We should have never allowed these freaking companies to get this big in the first place. Anyway, neural networks.
So the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm probably oversimplifying. The Geth are incredibly advanced and complex creations. All you need to know is that they get smarter when they gather in large numbers. As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
Yep.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
Yeah, I bet. Okay, so what she was just saying, too, is kind of interesting. So, mundane tasks, and I've worked at jobs that have that are mundane tasks. The worst job that I ever had, I lasted for about a week doing it. It was packing so I worked in a factory and they made cardboard signs. And I worked in the packing department where we got the cardboard signs from the assembly line, from the machines. And then we just had to pack them into brown paper wrapping, tape them up, throw a shipping label on them, and then send them to the next department where they figured out where they were sending them, right? And that's all I did all day for a week. 8 hours a day was get these stacks of these cardboard signs, like 10 or 20 of them or something like that, and wrap them up, and it took you maybe a couple minutes per wrapping. You just throw it on top, maybe not even a minute. Throw it on top of the paper. Have a stack of paper, throw it on top of the paper, fold the paper, put a piece of tape on it, flip it over, slap a label on it, and send it to the next person. And that, or actually put it on a stack, and then they would come and get it, and then they would do whatever with it. But just do that over and over and over, every minute, around 60 times, per hour. 8 hours a day, 40 hours a week. So I only lasted about 40 hours. It was the most mundane thing that I ever did. It takes no thinking whatsoever. So what she was just saying is that when you have somebody that is sentient, that uses their brain, that actually thinks for themselves, they can only do mundane work for so long. And that's why jobs like that are for unskilled laborer. And you should only be doing stuff like that when you are just beginning in the job market. And the problem with nowadays is that there's too many people doing that mundane work full time for years because they don't have any advancement. They don't have any room for advancement. They don't do anything to better themselves. They just figure that this is a job that they're going to work in forever or something. They don't move up into the company. It should be a beginning, like when they talk about people that work in office buildings. They start out in the mailroom because the mailroom is a mundane job. But then these people that work in the mailroom either go into the management of the mailroom or they move up into the company. These people have degrees, but a lot of people that have degrees don't want to start in the mailroom. They think, oh, I'm better than that. But no, you should start in the mailroom because you do the mundane stuff to learn that you want to do something better, that you don't want to be stuck in this forever. It's a learning experience, and everybody should have to go through that to learn. And that's why they think that if they got machines to do it, then the people don't have to do it. If you keep the machines completely mechanical with just programming and not thinking for themselves, maybe that'd be all right. But there's still going to be some mundane work that humans have to do, and that should be beginning level work. And anybody that's doing that kind of work needs to try to move up in the company and find something better, and not just be stuck in that mundane, mindless work. You know, you have to have some kind of human interaction with people or something, or do some kind of work that's a little bit different all the time. You know, you're making different things. Even if you're working in a factory, it's good to rotate the people around on the different lines. You know, not just make them do the same freaking thing over and over for, you know, years on end. You know, if they're going to work in that factory for a while, they need to go to a different line. Maybe if it's a car manufacturer, they're putting engines in the car for a month or two, and then they move to the line where they're putting the freaking tires on or something, you know. Or they're actually making the engines and assembling the engines, or they're going and doing the paint machines or something. Anyway, hey Johnny, what's up? Welcome on the ship. I'm late. Rewatched all the Marvel movies in order. Just got done with Winter Soldier. Yay. Well, you're still at the starting. Me and Darcy did that not long ago either. Maybe 6 months to a year ago. We sat and watched all the Marvel movies in order. We actually got our Hulu, and got Disney Plus put on it so that we can do that. And we watched all of them in order. Oh wait, I guess we watched them before we got Disney Plus, maybe. I don't know. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, it's good to watch them all in order from the beginning. You got to go way back though and start with Iron Man and the Hulks. There's what, 2 Hulks that were before any of the Avengers even, and the Captain Americas. Anyway, they defended themselves. Yeah.
Hey, you can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began.
Yeah, you never
should have started. The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile, searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
Yep. Should have figured it out before they got sentient. And after they got sentient, you probably should have invited them into your society. And not made them slaves. Serves you right.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet. But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when the gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
Already.
That doesn't happen.
Damn it.
It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey.
I wonder what she looks like under that
We
mask.
also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease.
Kind of looks like
Generations of living
vampire.
in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most. By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
Like goodbye?
I should go.
See you later.
But that was a long one. Mostly because I was talking a lot. Let's see. Yep, finished movie 9 in timeline order. Winter Soldier was number 9. Well, I thought it was before that. So starting with Captain America first. You started with Captain America first? You mean the... Why did you start with Captain America first? That's not the first one in order. The first one in order is the first Iron Man, I'm pretty sure. I still have it written down somewhere. And then maybe the first Hulk. I think the first 2 Iron Men are actually before any of the other ones, I thought. Iron Man takes place in you're talking about in chronological order. Yeah, first Captain America takes place in World War II, so that would be first chronologically. But there's 2 different ways to watch them, I guess. If you want to do it that chronologically, you're going to get kind of screwed up because there's a whole time freaking thing in some of them, you know, especially towards the end. So chronologically it doesn't make a lot of sense once you get towards the end. But if you watch them in order of production, it's actually better because then you get to see how things play out a little better. And actually, if you go in chronological order, Thor takes place in a different order too. Pretty sure. And then there's Guardians of the Galaxy. That one starts out in like the 1980s. It's like 1985. So you're screwed up there because it starts out in 1985 and then it jumps ahead 20 years later, which is, 2005, I guess, or something like that. But yeah. Disney Plus has a category, so we've been doing it that way. Thor is 5th movie. Yeah, anyway, also since the first Guardians of the Galaxy is in another part of the galaxy. At the beginning, it has nothing to do with what's going on with the rest of the stuff. So you could probably watch that anytime without it making any difference. But actually, even probably Guardians 2. But I always like to do things in order of production, because then that's like if you watched all the DC movies in order. You get a lot more out of it if you do them in production order than if you did them in chronological order, because the chronological order of them are completely screwed up. Freaking Wonder Woman, the first Wonder Woman would come completely first, you know? And actually, even if you're trying to get the Marvel ones in chronological order, Captain Marvel comes before most of the other ones also. And that was one of the last ones made. And you already know so much about the characters by that time. It's better to watch them in that order. I mean, you know what's going on in the show. I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. I guess it's just my preference. I prefer to watch things in the order that they were made, and not the time order, especially when you have time travel in a lot of them. Look at Dr. Savage. It's all about time travel, a lot of it. Anyway.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
What's that? Thor's the 5th movie. Guardians is next, then Guardians 2. I get what you're saying. Well, be watching starters in movie production order. That's the second movie. We skipped that one, though. What, you skipped Captain Marvel? You don't want to skip Captain Marvel because she's a main part, even though they had bad reviews because of some of the things that she says and some of the... Actually, if you really pay attention to some of the political crap that was going on with that movie, it wasn't in the movie itself. It was what some of the characters said in interviews, or some of the actors. Well, the main actress, she said in an interview, or a couple interviews. It really is not that controversial. We watched it in theaters when it came out. We still need to watch it in order. I mean, when you're watching the other ones, it just gives a better understanding of what's going on. Because you'll catch new things that you didn't catch the first time. I've watched Captain Marvel at least 3 times. I didn't think that it was that controversial. I thought it was a pretty good movie myself. Although there was a few things that she said that were kind of cringy. Anyway, let me get back to this. Yeah, I watched all the... me and Darcy watched all the Marvel ones first. Then we watched all the DC ones. And then we watched all the Star Wars in order. I think we watched Star Wars before DC movies, though. That was one of the main reasons we got Disney Plus, though, is because of Star Wars. And we wanted to watch The Mandalorian. I watched it in theaters. So saw the Guardians map. Saw the galaxy map yet. don't know what that means. Anyway, let me get back to this. Hey, Commander, you know the Quarian Tally. She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines. Is she bothering you?
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You got an eye for talent, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Fill me in on the IES stealth system. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
Huh. You'd think they would understand heat dispersion a little better. So, we're invisible.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Why doesn't it work with faster-than-light travel?
Cranking up the FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on, probably the fastest vessel ever designed. And she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Guess that's it.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Carry on my wayward son. Yeah, that was it. Wait, I went in, came in that way. Let's go out this way. Just make sure. I think that's it down here. How do I go up? Right. Oh. In the game. So have you seen the galactic map yet? Oh, in the game. Have you got to the new planets yet? I'm on the ship. I just got into the ship. So, no, I haven't seen any other maps. I got this map. I don't see any way to get to any other one. Set destination. Oh, I never noticed that. Anyway. Sleeping pods. Guess I need to go back to the main bridge area. Well, this is it. Okay. So I can stand up here to fly it, right? Kind of figured that before. Wait, what's in here? I've been in here this time around. Comlink. That was nothing. Just some points. So open. Woohoo! All right. Supposedly constructed by the long extinct Protheans, this colossal deep space station serves as the capital of the Citadel Council. Gravity is sustained through rotation and is a comfortable 1.02 standard Gs on 1.2 standard Gs. Why would it be closer to Earth gravity if that's the 1.02 is, well, the 1 would be Earth gravity when these guys have been here a lot longer. On the wards and a light 0.3 standard Gs on the rings. I don't get that either. Lots of people. Not including keepers. Okay. Zoom out. Oh, hey, there we go. I don't see anything else. Whoa. We're in a nebula. Out more? Oh, hey, here we go. Those are other galaxies way over there. Where's Earth? Let's be on the outside somewhere. That's where I need to go first. Way over there. So it doesn't show the Earth area. Unless that's it. So I know we're right at the edge of the Milky Way. So I guess I want to go here. Can I not go there yet? Asteroid X-57 is the DLC mission. Oh, okay. Cool. What time is it? Shit, it's after 10. What is going on here? I thought I was already going somewhere. Can I go to any of these? Logan. That's the one I'm going to. The Exogeny Corporation has founded the pilot colony on Pharos to explore the Promethean ruins that blanket 2/3 of the planet's landmass. The atmosphere is fouled with dust. Terrian travel is hampered by crumbled debris dozens of meters deep. There are indications that Pharos has a much colder world in the past. Much colder world in the past. Pharos has 2 large moons. Blah blah blah. Anyway, I think I'm going to end the stream here before I get carried away in here. This is probably a lot to do from here on. And I need to go to the bathroom again. I must have ate something bad.
Citadel space is an unofficial term referring to any region of space controlled by...
But anyway, this would be a good place to start on Monday night. Tomorrow night, wait, is it Saturday? Yeah. So tomorrow night, I'll be playing Fallout with Darcy and King Rat. Explore all the planets for possible resources. Only one in each can be landed on. Oh, each system. Okay. Anyway, I'll find all that out later. I know that this is one of the missions that I needed to go on, so I figured I'd go here real quick. Probably should have went on one of the side missions first. I'll have to look through the journal next time. Anyway, until tomorrow, leave a like, share, subscribe, follow, support my channel if you can with PayPal or Patreon, or you can buy some merch, all in the links below. And hope to see you next time. Thanks for coming by, guys. Johnny and Blue Jay and King Rat and anybody else that's on. Have a good one, guys. Adios.